and actually got a deal. So now we just gotta do this.
Welcome back to
Look, I
Dynasty
really
Mode.
gotta
I'm
stop
Reese Davis, and
smoking.
it's time to kick next. Let's choose your rosters. If you're looking for the latest EA Sports recommended roster featuring more than 1,000 additional players, choose the active roster option. Or you can select the rosters from our original launch with the default roster option. Now it's time to customize your Dynasty experience. Similar to last year, here's where you'll modify your settings from the expanded list of available options. You can import your team builder created teams and customize your conferences, complete with unique rules and protected rivals.
Oh, I got beef. Texas A&M, Texas Tech, and TCU.
It's now time to select your team. Would you prefer to take over and it's time to figure out where? Now for the fun part. Now it's time to choose your coach's archetype. Your starting choices are motivator, recruiter, and tactician. What's most important to you? Maximizing player development, acquiring new talent, or putting your team in the best position to win?
One of the power ups in one game. Oh, power spread.
Congratulations.
Y'all trying to kill my thing, ain't it? I'm beating up both of them, yeah, F that. Week 13. I don't want SMU. Week 12. Yeah. Make sure we the best in Texas real quick. How? What others? Today, like. Alright, Baylor. You on my list too. SMU. Bring that ass. Oh. That's two. Alright, TCU. Not TCU, SMU. That's home. Alright. Yeah. It's North Texas. Um, the announcements, On the side. That blue is still not dark enough.
The Mustangs will kick it away first. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they tried the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Using his feet to buy time. Already find a hole in that secondary. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
Nice pick up on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 30-yard line on first down. The short hands, it's Morris. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch. Like, play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense. And that's why he's putting up big numbers. And that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he was taken in for a touchdown.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So SMU's offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense tonight.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Short gain on the play before he slides. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous. And he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
Catch in the middle. It's Vincent. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this week.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell, they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Mustangs want to crank the tempo.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. Out of the gun to give to the back. He breaks a tackle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Mustangs have this offense rolling. Fresh off its best season since the Pony Express era, Rhett Lashley really had SMU humming, but they lost the ACC championship game, got beat in the playoff, and now to see how they'll respond.
Finish. That's been the thing that they've talked about all off-season. They're going to try to carry into this year. Obviously, you take one game at a time. You've got to finish games. You've got to finish seasons. If they do that, David, they think they can have a very special season.
No doubt, and I think finding their guy last year in Kevin Jennings, he didn't start the season from game 3 he entered, so now knowing he's your dude, all that promise, all that ability with Rhett Lashley in this.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Bounced right back to them.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Mustangs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. There he goes. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hampton. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Lost to throw on first down. He unleashes a long one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking for space. It's Morris. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one. Put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
And here comes the punt team. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. 3 times in that victory last week. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This drive will open from the 15. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? You be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got a man, it's Merrill. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. It'll be 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Puts it on in midfield. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
He's going to let it go. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll go to the toss. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitched on the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the front.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got it on the move. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. He's in for the touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 74-yard. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive. He might want another play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 25. And he will house it.
And the offense breaks the tie.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Looking deep down the right side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he's got a touchdown. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. On the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Where's the center?
Give out of the gun. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He has shown up in big moments. He's won big games.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still
Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they...
The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ready to fire from the pistol. Looking for a gap. It's Vincent. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
And man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I'm trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Bringing the heat. Got out of trouble and throws. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Give to the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, you can see the D drop back a little.
Heel off one deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big.
And it's a touchdown. The mantra is always finished. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws for the tight end. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They bring the punter onto the field. Oh, trickeration, he wants to throw. And it's caught. Can he get it to the... They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Gonna let it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. It's incomplete. We'll see if they go into a 4-minute offense, try to bleed the clock, or will they stay aggressive with a couple of minutes to play? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got stuffed on first down, it's 2nd and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Hampton. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Got the first down. Looking for more. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late in the year, their college football playoff hopes very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse?
And we've seen that in recent years, right? Like you saw Ohio State, they used a late loss to catapult them. They had so much energy and so many doubters and haters that propelled them to go win a national championship. So this moment, while it's sad and it's kind of depressing for them, could be one of the better moments of their season if they use it for good.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Gotta work my way in. Okay.